Hey everyone, let's get into the show. Hi everyone. I missed it, y'all. Not missed it. Hey guys, hello. Let's get into our show. We got some things to catch up on. I'm finally home, you guys. I'm finally back home, as you guys can see. Hallelujah. Okay. I'm tired. I'm a little tired, but I said let me get on here and try to get my video in because I did not want to go to bed without giving you guys a video. See how dedicated I am. But hello to everyone. I see my top flights have flown in, honey. Thank y'all for being here. I see you, Teff. I think I see thanks for being here. I see Vera Dockery. Kim Naughton is here. Stacey Lane is here. Lorraine Tyler is here. Hey, April Pearson, Felicia BW, Red is in the building. Gina Jenkins is here. Hey, True, thanks for stopping by. My top flights, Rosin Davis, thanks for being here. Squash DMV. Miss Mary is here. Mackeny Davis is here. Rose is up in here. Hey, Rose, my other top flight. Gina Jenkins, hey. We miss y'all miss me too. Child, I've been traveling, honey. Oh, you said I'm your favorite content creator. I love that. Thank you. But yeah, I've been traveling, so I'm finally back home, you guys. Oh my God, unpacking suitcases and all that type stuff. Stuff I hate doing. But we're back. All right. I'm gonna have to restart my internet after this because I don't know what happened while I was gone. I'm pretty sure we probably had some storms or whatever, but ciao. Anyway, we are here. Hello and hello. Hey, playtime. Hello, Daisy Lewis, and everybody. Let's go ahead and get into the show, though. All right. I don't want to be on here too long. We got people got work tomorrow. Okay. So let's get into it. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right, let's get into the first topic so we can catch everybody up because it's been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things I kind of missed, just kind of hanging out with family and out of town. I was up north, you guys. So with my husband's family, my husband had family reunion, so we were up north doing that, and then we had some business stuff to take care of too. So it was kind of like business and pleasure trip. But yeah, so I had a great time. It was hot as balls per usual, but I still had a wonderful time. So thank you guys for being patient with me, child, and let me handle my business. All right, but we are back. We are back on our regularly scheduled program. Why I can't talk tonight? Damn. All right, so let's get into the show. All right, as we can see, we've been trying to keep up with everything going on with Nolan Wells. His funeral is tomorrow, as you guys know. I've posted it. I've tried to keep you guys caught up with that. We will check back in tomorrow with that. I'm going to see if they're going to have like a live stream or something. I don't know. I haven't seen anything as pertaining to that yet. But if I see that, I will definitely post it as I always do. But let's go ahead and get into what's said here because I'm not feeling this. With the family, Nolan's family, especially his mom, grieving very heavily over the loss of their son. They still haven't found out exactly what happened, or they haven't announced it. We'll say it that way. But Nolan Wells' mom reveals that they've been receiving some hate mail after their push for answers in their son's death. All right, so there's a lot going on. Let's go ahead and get into what it is. His mother, Christine Wansley, and Elmore Wansley, which is their father or his father. So let's get into what they're saying here. She says, whoever sent this to my home, she said, that may the good Lord have mercy on your soul. Bold enough to send this crap, but not bold enough to list your return address. Said, this is America, where a grieving mother and father have to deal with this type of behavior because we asked a simple question of what happened to our son and accepted all of the help that we could to find answers. Says it, please go touch some grass. Hashtag justice for Nolan Wells. Hashtag forever 18. So someone sent this which looks like her crying and saying that it was a money grab, according to them having Ben Crump and all the people that stepped up, like Tyler Perry and other people, to step up and help them find justice for their son. I don't see anything wrong with that. But I don't know why people don't understand. If you mail something, even if you don't put your return address, there is a way to track it back. So whoever sent that hate mail, it can be tracked back to you. I really hope you know that. So this is not a great time to be sending anything to anybody that's, anything crazy, while these people are trying to figure out, tomorrow they're putting their son in the ground, they're burying him, having his funeral. That's the last thing they need, is somebody sending hate mail and crazy, egregious messages and, just harassing them. Really, it's harassment. Whoever's doing this, y'all really need to stop, because that's not a good thing, right? So let's cut that out and let's be supportive. Let's be supportive. All right. Let's get into the Shanquilla news. Prayers up for his mom. We're sending some prayer waves her way because she's definitely needed with everything that's going to be going on tomorrow. I know she's probably trying to get her mindset right in terms of, you know, what's going on with the funeral tomorrow. So yeah, it's a lot. But let's get into this. Appeal has been filed according to WSOC TV Channel 9 News. We do have an update for Shanquilla. Let's go ahead and get into that. Appeal has been filed in Shanquilla Robinson's civil lawsuit. So that's a great thing. This was on yesterday. This update, day before yesterday. So Charlotte said that the woman accused of attacking Shanquilla Robinson before her death in a viral video is appealing the judge's decision. Channel 9 reported last month that Judge Matt Osmond rejected Amani Green, which we know her to be Dejanay. She changed her name. Okay, her attempts to dismiss the Robinson family civil lawsuit. Said that Green claimed that she wasn't served the lawsuit properly. She is now asking the North Carolina Courts of Appeals to weigh in. Okay, let's read more, honey, because we want to know. Now, it said that after Robinson's death, says that Green changed her name, as we all know. She used to go by Dejanay Jackson. That's what we know her by. That's what the infamous video that circulated on social media where she was seen attacking Shanquilla. Dejanay is what we kept hearing. She went and changed her name to Amani Green to avoid maybe being harassed, because I heard that they a few of the Cabo Six got jumped at some Mexican restaurant. I covered that here on my channel. But she wanted to be able to move forward in her life and not take accountability for literally unaliving someone and being charged for that. You guys know that there is an active warrant in Mexico for the extradition of Dejanay Jackson. But by her changing her name, that does not take the warrant from her, because hey, all they got to do is just go back and update that warrant to her now known name, which is Amani Green from Dejanay Jackson. So you're still not going to avoid accountability by you changing your name. But let's continue. Robinson died in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico in October of 2022. While her travel companions initially claimed that she died of alcohol poisoning, an autopsy in Mexico ruled her cause of death as a broken neck and severe spinal cord injuries after a video surfaced showing her being violently beaten. We saw that, okay? So that's the update on that. It's not a huge update, but it is definitely something that we wanted to check in. Y'all remember, this is Shanquilla here. That's a beautiful picture of her. But yeah, so Dejanay has filed to appeal the judge's decision. Okay, so she still doesn't want to take accountability when she was fully seen in a video beating Shanquilla to death. Like, she clearly was seen doing that, and she doesn't want to take accountability. Shout out to the family for still staying on this. We're in 2026. They are still seeking justice. They are still filing appeals. They are still going to the courts and saying, we're not letting this go. I think that the Cabo Six thought that after time went by, that the parents or the mom of Shanquilla would just get tired and say, hey, we're just going to let it go. Justice, they're not trying to give us any justice. We're just going to let it go. But shout out to them for still sticking to trying to get justice for her. All right. Even though Ben Crump's chocolate ass didn't stay on the case and get justice for her. He moved on to something else that was a lot easier. But we will give you guys more updates as they come for Shanquilla Robinson. Again, rest in peace to her. And I hope that her family continues to get justice. All right, let's get into this next topic. Some reality TV moments. All right, so the ladies react to Shamia Morton showing up at Phaedra's birthday party. You guys know Real Housewives of Atlanta will be airing tonight. So there'll be some new clips that we'll get to see tomorrow in Car Chronicles. I'll be covering that. And then I have some tea on Porsha Mama's daycare, you guys, that you guys may not know. And some of you may know. If you don't, then great. We're going to go over here in a second. But shout out to the Bravo Shade Room. Let's go ahead and get into this clip, then we'll talk about it.
Another song. Because it be a lot of delusional.
Why this is playing like this, but let's get through it, child.
What the is happening? You just said this girl's mother tried to sleep with your father. You're dancing in her face?
To imply that somebody's mama is doing something is sexually inappropriate. I'm just glad Porsha wasn't on that Henny, because anything would have happened. To imply.
Child. So they said tonight's episode will be geared up around Porsha and Shamia and their drama. So I cannot wait to watch it. Okay, I already have my DVR set to record. It should be on now. I think 8-7. Yeah, it should be on now. So they said I still don't get why Shamia is hated on. Shamia is not without fault. Okay, I really wish people would stop that about this whole Shamia thing. Why is Shamia being bullied? Why are they bothering Shamia? No, Shamia is not without fault. Shamia be on her bullshit too. Shamia be throwing slick shade. Shamia be doing the absolute fucking most as well. Okay, does Porsha too? Yeah, she does. Do I feel like they're going to be friends again? Absolutely not. But let's continue on. Okay, let's continue on. Of course, Shamia has made a post. Let's get into that. About apologies. Okay, shout out to 128 watching me. According to No Chaser TV, Shamia Morton says apologizing does not always mean that you are wrong and the other person is right. Said it just means that you value your friendship more than your ego. So she quoted that from Mark Matthews. Said more Real Housewives of Atlanta in Scotland tonight on Bravo TV and Peacock on Monday. Okay, well, I watch it from Bravo. I'm not waiting till Monday. But yeah, so let's get into this. Is them. They're still in Scotland. Well, not now, but this episode tonight, I think, will still be in Scotland. They were still filming in Scotland. Okay. So that is them. So Shamia mentioned something about, as you guys know, last episode, she and Porsha had a knockdown drag out, blaming each other of sleeping with each other's uncles and daddies and all this other stuff. And even Porsha mentioned that she felt that Shamia could possibly poison her or do something to her daughter, which is why she was not allowing her to come back to her home or whatever. It's just real nasty. And they're saying this tonight's episode is going to be nasty as well. Am I going to watch it? Fuck yeah. Do I think that it's kind of messed up that the two of them's relationship or friendship rather is in the place that it's in? Yeah, I do. But when you throw shade like that and you throw family members in there, a lot of times that's something that you can't come back from. But nevertheless, I'll be watching and covering it because we like a little mess up here. All right, a little mess. All right, let's get into this next clip. So they're saying that nothing compares to a post-cemetery chat. All new tonight, honey. So let's get into this sneak peek of Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight. Let's see. Bravo TV, shout out to you.
You know, last on and child, was the man married or not? The man said his wife was dead to him.
No, he said he's going through a divorce.
So
he laid under rest.
Oh my God. Everybody talking about who's sleeping with whose husband. If they were saying that I was sleeping with someone's husband, 50 Cent.
Oh my God. So I think this is like the talk of Real Housewives of Atlanta this season, of them talking about who's sleeping with who. I'm not sure why everybody's clocking each other's coochie mouths this season, but bottom line, I don't think it's anybody's business if Kelli chooses to sleep with a married man. Yes, it's fucked up, but I don't think that it's anybody's business to be all up in what she's doing and who she's doing, right? And Porsha, you should be the last person to talk about who's sleeping with who, because weren't you fully sleeping with and messing with Simon before he was fully divorced from Fallon? And among other things, like you stayed with your legs open, child. So we really not even gonna do that portion. All right, but let's move along, honey. Let's move along. Everybody seems to be worried about who's sleeping with who. While we're talking about Kelli, let's get into this update with Kelli and her now ex-husband, because he said, I ain't on the hook for this damn chicken and waffle bill. Kelli better move the hell on. So Mark Ferrell issues a statement as ARF Financial moves to seize Kelli Potter's bank accounts over the $217,000 Nano's Chicken and Waffles debt. So Kelly got a lot of debt going on. They about to seize her damn bank accounts if she don't figure this shit out. I told you guys she's also being sued by several of her employees because she's not paid them. So one of her employees already sued her and won. Okay, Kelli did not even show up to court, so she won by default. So she definitely got her money. So Kelli, I don't know, girl, pay your bills. So Mark Ferrell issues a statement as ARF Financial moves to seize Kelli Potter's bank accounts over the $217K that she owes for her Nano's Chicken and Waffles. Mark Ferrell, who you guys see on my screen, which is Kelly's now ex-husband, is pushing back against suggestions that he bears any legal responsibility for Kelly's $217,000 debt. Said that Mark Reps released a statement saying that recent coverage of Miss Kelly Potter's outstanding debt to ARF Financial has implied that her ex-husband, Mr. Mark Ferrell, bears responsibility for the judgment entered against her and Nana's Chicken and Waffles, LLC. The record does not support that claim and says the ARF Financial judgment is one of several civil matters currently on public record involving Ms. Potter and her business interests. Now, says none of which names Mr. Ferrell as a party. Said we encourage outlets covering this story to consult the applicable county civil dockets before assigning responsibility. Right. That means get your fact check before you put that shit out there. He don't have nothing to do with that. He is totally he has totally detached himself from this Nana's Chicken and Waffles business. It's solely on Kelly now, and she is running it through the ground. So they said the ARF Financial sued Potter and Nana's Chicken and Waffles in 2025 over an unpaid business debt. After Potter failed to respond, said that the court entered a default judgment of $217,301 plus accruing interest. Okay, so every day that she doesn't pay anything, the interest goes up. I don't know why she don't go to court. Like every time somebody sue her, she just don't go, and I think she thinks that shit is just gonna go away. It's just steady building. I really think she needs to get off the show because she's definitely not focused. The creditor has since subpoenaed several banks to locate her assets. So yeah. Kelly, you are up shit's creek without a pedal, my dear. All right. And your ex-husband said he ain't about to pay none of that shit. All right. So let's get into this. I'm gonna have to start my computer over because I think switching from the hotel's internet to plugging back into mine, like I don't even know if we had a storm or something here, but I may have to like reset everything because tomorrow, baby, I'm not going through this right here. Shit sounding muffled. This is horrible. If I wasn't in the middle of my show, I would do it right now. But let's just get into it. We're gonna push through and thug it out, honey. We're gonna thug it on out because we ain't gonna be on here too long. Ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Just wanted to tap in. According to Housewives from a Housewife, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they said that did Porsha Williams make up with Kelly Potter to avoid the smoke. So they feel like that that they're saying that Kelly was ready for the smoke with Porsha. Hence the reason why Porsha chose to make up with Kelly to avoid the two of them. You said we had a storm last night. Yeah, I think we probably did. We've been having storms off and on here. So I wasn't here. I don't even know. But thank you for that. So let's go ahead and get into this, what Dustin had to say from Messy Monday.
The point of Porsha being an incredible reality star, Porsha made up with Kelly because she didn't want that smoke no more. Because Kelly, love her or hate her, Kelly don't give a fuck about nothing Porsha has to say. And Kelly will literally go toe-to-toe with Porsha in scene every single time. And she's willing to get in the paint with Porsha. And Porsha knows that Kelly has that capacity. And I think that she knows that that's always there if she ever wants to engage with Kelly in that way to stimulate the show and make it exciting. She knows, she recognizes Kelly as a formidable cast member and opponent. Yes. And so she's like, you know what? Yes. Let's not do that. We ain't got to always do that. Your point of Porsha being.
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, I feel like more so, and I said it the other day, that Porsha made up with Kelly in front of the girls the way that she did to kind of send a message to Shamil, like, yeah, I'm still not fucking with you, but yeah, now I'm cool with your friend who is 7 degrees deep up your ass every time something goes down. But now me and her are cool, and she's crying because we're cool again. And guess what? I'm not paying you any attention, right? And I told you guys in scenes you can see Shamil kind of like looking at Porsha for some type of validation, like she wants Porsha to say something to her. I showed you guys a clip where Shamil broke down and was crying, saying that she does miss her friendship with Porsha. And it's kind of like fucked up that they're in that space. But again, it's to a point of no return because now they brought the mothers into it. But I do think that, I think that neither one of them want smoke with each other. I feel like Kelly doesn't want to argue with Porsha because Porsha does go jugular whenever she gets into it with someone. And I don't feel like Porsha wants to get into it with Kelly because Kelly will go back and forth with her. Right? A lot of people don't really like to fool with Porsha like that because Porsha is a fighter. She's kind of violent. When she gets mad, Porsha will jump over tables and beat ass, right? But I think that Kelly is, even though she's, the recent back and forth between the two of them, which they've fallen out again, I almost forgot. with Porsha calling Kelli a hobbit, okay, about her being stupid enough to take $70-something thousand from some guy she's allegedly supposed to be seeing and not spending it on her bills, but putting the $70K on her teeth for a beautiful smile when you got bills out of yin yang to pay. So now I guess they're fighting again. It's so stupid, y'all. Y'all too grown for this shit. But anywho, and anyway, all right. Let's get into Kim Zolziack into that other piece of tea. Yeah, Kim Zolziack, child, she's somebody else who ain't paying the shit she's supposed to pay, how she's supposed to. Poor Croy. Croy is just over the shit, right? Croy is like literally over it. All right, hold on. Let me do that. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, y'all. Stop sharing. Yeah, we're here. What the hell I clicked on? But baby, and then all these freaking pop-ups. I hate that. But anywho, again, we're gonna thug it out. Let's get it. All right, so Kim Zolziack avoids jail time, you guys, after Croy Biermann divorce. So it says that Kim Zolziack avoided jail by paying $2,535 in a guardian ad litem fee after her divorce from Croy Biermann and ongoing custody battle of their 4 children. You guys know that Croy has temporary custody of the kids right now. Kim had to take some type of parenting class while Croy has the kids. So let's go ahead and get into what they're saying here. Let's go back up. Did I miss something? Read more. There it is. All right, so it goes on to say that Kim Zolziack filed for divorce from Croy Biermann in 2023. Said she could have been incarcerated for unpaid fees to the guardian ad litem in their divorce case. But it said the TMZ reported that the Real Housewives of Atlanta alone paid $2,535 to cover the fees on Tuesday, July 14th. So it said that the former couple had custody, a custody battle for their 4 minor children. It says that the former couple's oldest, Brielle Biermann, is engaged to Bill, Saeld. Said that she told TMZ that she doesn't know if her father will be there for her wedding, meaning Croy, because she calls Croy her dad, and they haven't spoken recently. So since Croy and Kim have broken up, Kim's daughters, I guess, have fallen back from having any type of real relationship with Croy, even though he helped raise them and made sure that they were good and changed their names to his last name as well. So, their rift between Croy and Kim has caused a rift between the older kids, which kind of sucks. Now if y'all done blew through all Croy's money, now don't nobody want nothing to do with Croy. Ain't that interesting, right? Anyway, so Zolziack, which is Kim, who is 48 years old, revealed details about their custody agreement in April, according to Bravo TV. Now, she claimed that she failed to follow through on their agreement because of work. You got to do that, child. You got an agreement through the court. Fuck work, you still got to do that because, child, they will spend blocking your ass. So she said, I signed a temporary order at the end of January. That order clearly states that both the mother and father are to participate in 2 counseling sessions per month for 2 months. It said the following one by 1 session per month thereafter. She wrote on her Instagram story. She also goes on to say that I was out of the country from February 26th to March 28th due to contractual filming obligations on 2 separate productions. During that time, I did not have a single day off, making it impossible to attend the required counseling session. So you got to go through the courts and let them know that you're working. You're out of the country. You can't just go out of the country and say, well, I'm working and I ain't got time to go to that shit if it was ordered, because you can ultimately be held in contempt for not following a direct order. So what do y'all think? So she did go back and pay the fee for that, it sounds like, to avoid jail time, because the guardian ad litem has now been assigned to Kim and Croy's case. That's another. All right, I'm about to read all this shit because I don't care like that. All right, moving on. All right, so I found out some very interesting news about this whole back and forth. Y'all know Shamia and Porsha. We're going to spin the block back on them. But Shamia and Porsha have been going through this little riff. They've mentioned something to do about well, Porsha was mentioning that Shamia's a low down dirty dog for coming and purchasing her mom purchased the daycare that Porsha's mom had. But there's some interesting news. There was a child that died in that very daycare. Did y'all know that? While Porsha and her mom were running this daycare, Mama Diane, okay, a child actually passed away in said daycare. Okay, let's get into this because I saw this. I said, what the hell? So it's deeper this is a deeper situation, right? It goes beyond and some taxes, sound like some taxes and other stuff was due that they weren't able to keep up with, and ultimately that's how they lost it. So let's get into this. This person commented because apparently they know them and what had happened in this situation. So they said, let's talk about how Porsha and her mom own the daycare centers, so they own more than one, and why they had to sell their facilities. Says that a child lost their life in one of their centers. They said that all they know is lawsuits and struggle. Said this is why Porsha is so, which she was saying, so upset on the show. So let's get into this. All right, so the incident at hand, yeah, a child died at their daycare. A child died at Porsha's mama's daycare. I kid you not, right? So it goes deeper than them fighting and some back taxes that was owed. They said that there have been several lawsuits that with this situation with the daycare, but someone sued Porsha's mom for the death of their child at this daycare. So somebody's child died in this fucking daycare. So let's get into it. The court incident said that Miss Diane lost her daycare business due to foreclosure, of course. Said that the purchase said that Shamia's mother later bought the building or business, reportedly placing the sign without informing Porsha's mom, which is why they are in direct conflict, okay? Porsha and Shamia. Now they said that the conflict is that Miss Diane allegedly confided in Shamia's mother about the foreclosure and felt betrayed when she stepped in to purchase the location. So it's like she kind of undercut her. Maybe Miss Diane was trying to get her finances, get her footing to where she can spin the block and repurchase the daycare while it was in foreclosure. But with her telling her business to who she thought was her friend, which was Shamia's mom was like, oh, this is the opportunity. Let me go and buy this business and I'll be the owner of said daycare, and never said anything. So now they're at conflict or in conflict because the way that the business situation happened. So according to the on-screen drama, it's saying here, it says that this business move sparked direct competition between the two women and caused a severe strain on Porsha and Shamia's friendship, as we know. Now, during the cast dinner on Real Housewives of Atlanta, it said that the simmering tension exploded. Porsha defended her mother and accused Shamia and her mother of being low down for the daycare purchase. All right, let's keep going. All right. Now, of course, the argument quickly escalated, as we saw in the video, with both sides exchanging deep personal insults and bringing up unrelated past issues. Now, it goes on to say, all right, now, here's the situation with the child dying in the daycare. Check this shit out. This is tea. Oh, this is tea, right? I said, bitch, it's got to be something deeper than Shamia's mom purchasing this daycare. But check it out. So during so discussion regarding a death investigation at the daycare linked to Porsha Williams' family stems from a historical online. It's not a rumor. It really happened, y'all. So they say in the rumor, it really happened, okay? A child really did die in this fucking daycare. So they said the fans have long debated an incident involving SID, which is sudden infant death syndrome. So it was an infant that actually died at this fucking daycare that occurred at a daycare previously owned by Porsha's mother, Miss Diane. Y'all see here? Yeah, somebody's baby died in the fucking daycare, in addition to them being in foreclosure. Now, the incident has resurfaced due to the fallout of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Said that the discussion reveals that while the death itself became the subject of a civil lawsuit that was eventually settled, officials, and so I think this is what Shamia was trying to say, that there's more that I can say, but I'm not going to say it, even though Porsha was flaming her in that particular episode. Shamia kind of held back and said, there's so much more that I could say that I'm not going to say. So I think that's what she was alluding to. Lucky for me and my nosy ass, I went to digging and ran across this and stumbled upon this death in this fucking daycare. And I feel like that's what Shamia was kind of hinting at. Like, I could say some more, like, you might want to shut the fuck up, Porsha, because I could say this and then you'll be looking crazy, because I don't think they really ever mentioned this on the show. Right? So let's continue. So the discussion revealed that while the death itself became the subject of a civil lawsuit that was eventually settled, so it was like a little hush-hush type situation, official investigation ruled that the daycare owners were not found criminally at fault. It don't matter. Somebody still died there, right? All right, if I'm taking my child somewhere and somebody died there, I'm going to be very leery. I don't give a fuck, right? So it said that the topic has regained traction recently because of the personal drama on Real Housewives of Atlanta, where co-star Shamia Morton alleged that Porsha's mother lost her daycare center due to the incident, right? So they didn't say what the incident was, but they said, and Shamia's own mother subsequently bought the property out from under her. So it said that this narrative has sparked mixed opinions and debate amongst fans of course, on Reddit regarding the exact timeline and circumstances of the business conflict. So, oh, I'm always digging. I'm gonna find some shit. Listen, okay. I said it's got to be something deeper. And y'all know how it is when I get to digging, I'm gonna run across some shit, and I'm like, oh, I got to share this with my people. So yes, a child died at Miss Diane's daycare that's owned by Porsha's mom, you guys. And there was a lawsuit. You see it right here on my screen. We're not making this shit up, right? Child, that's tea, right? Let's keep going though, honey. Yes, honey, that's tea. That's tea. All right, let's keep going. So Shamia has responded, since we're talking about Shamia, and we talked about yesterday where I shared with you guys, pardon that because I screenshotted it, y'all. So with K Michelle and with Shamia, of course Shamia said, fuck all of y'all, said that all these ridiculous think pieces, says her mama shouldn't have been in no club talking shit about nobody and trying to form her daughter an alliance in a hookah lounge past midnight. I don't know why that's so funny to me. So I don't care if it's her tits that was over her shoulders. That's shade. Said I didn't do it or say a word. Said it was brought to me and 4 random Africans at a table. Said I be minding my business. So of course Shamia decided to clap back. Okay. This person says that pointing out speaking on mothers was such a good point at K Michelle. So as you guys can see, join the T with TBS. Let's go down. Well, hold on, K Michelle, not Shamia. I'm sorry, y'all. K Michelle has responded and saying that K Michelle with the message about Shamia's mother. She goes on to say, and for those saying jumping team, said that that's weird. Said that baby, I am my own team, right? She, I don't need a hype man. Always have been like this. Says that I'm my own person. I'm a grown woman at that, right? So I get it. K Michelle's like, she don't really do clicks. I don't either. I don't do clicks. I stand alone, honey. I don't do no click shit. If I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. But I don't do the clicky stuff, the clickish type stuff. I don't like that shit. All right. But let's continue on. So that's the beef with that, with Shamia. Now Shamia and K Michelle, they're beefing. Coincidentally, right? But let's get into this Claressa Shields news. Sorry to be jumping around. I'm trying to give you guys all this tea, child, but I had to let y'all know that situation with they said that we are so thankful for you, Real. You better than ABC. Baby, I'm gonna find some shit. Okay. I'm telling you, the way I be digging, especially when I get a hunch where something is kind of not right. And it won't leave me alone. And I just got to keep digging until I find out what the hell it is, because it's going to keep bothering me. And I knew that it was something deeper with the situation between Porsha and Shamia. And God knows the shit just like literally fell in my lap. The more I kept digging, I was like, oh my God, here it is right here. And Shamia kept throwing out the subliminal hints. But I was like, what is it? It's something deeper. And that's what it was. Somebody died in fucking daycare, y'all, a child. But let's get into this Claressa Shields news, because they lighten her ass up again. She is literally calling Papoose her husband now. Like, girl, he's not your husband, ain't gonna be your husband until he fucking gets divorced from Remy. So he kind of made a comment somewhere else where he was saying, like, calling her wifey. So now she's running with this Papoose is my husband thing, and people are like, girl, that's not your fucking husband, because the nigga will not go ahead and sign off on the damn divorce so that the thing can be finalized, and then y'all, if you want to get married to you, then whatever. But so as you guys can see here, Claressa Shields said that LOL, all these comments mad that man filed for divorce. Okay, but he didn't follow through, right? He didn't follow through. Like, that's not a flex to sit up here and say he filed. Anybody can go file for divorce, but following through and closing out that chapter, if you guys are trying to move forward, like you all over the internet announcing you about to have a baby with this man and the child, you know, and you wifey, you can't be wifey until he divorces her. But let's continue. So she also goes on to say, yes, he my hubby now. Okay, with the laughing emojis. Yeah, no, he's not your hubby, girl. All right, so this person here says, I come in peace, and I say this from a safe place because I genuinely want to see you win. She says, I don't understand why you continue to go back and forth with individuals who honestly are making you look insecure and making fun of you. She's talking about Claressa. She said to stay focused on your career and continue building meaningful relationships with great people. You do not have to constantly remind people or prove to them that you are, I guess that R.E. retarded, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to call her retarded, but anyway, so she is always, as you guys know with Claressa, she is always going back and forth in the comments and making videos, going live, arguing with total strangers who she don't know. That has an opinion. People always have an opinion on your life when you put them in your business. If you stop telling people your business with Papoose, then people will stop talking about it. Well, they won't stop talking about it, but the less you tell people, the less they know. All right. You're a public figure. The less you tell people your business, the less they know your business. Unless they like me and can dig and find some shit. All right, I'll find some shit. All right. I'll find some shit. I keep my fishing hook and line out the child. I'm always on this shit here. All right, we're gonna always pull that T in. All right, so let's continue. This person here said that who gives a up, said that shit, he not even nice looking. So they said, girl, you out here capping for Papoose and he ain't even nice looking, right? Tell that nigga to take his hat off so you can see that George Jefferson shit up there. He ain't even fine. I mean, he can dress, but he ain't even fine. Like, you capping for a nigga like that? But then this person said that he's fine to her. Obviously, you know. Again, I always say that Claressa gives that Papoose might be like her first real boyfriend. The way she be just like cooling over him is weird. Or he might be putting out some good D game because, you know, sometimes when dudes come through and he put that good D game down, girls be kind of turned out and she be capping for shit she shouldn't be capping for. So maybe that's what it is. So Claressa then came back and said that he called me his wife. Okay. He called Remy that too, right? She's his real wife. Okay. But if you want to be play wife, girl, go off. All right. You can be play wife. But so she is really like feeling herself in the comments, running around saying that Papoose is calling her wife, but people are like saying to her, girl. There were more comments where they were kind of eating her up, but am I going to read all that shit tonight? Hell no, because I don't care that much. But the simple fact that now she is running around calling herself Papoose's wife when he literally has a whole full-fledged wife across town, who I feel like he probably still be sneaking and going to see. There's a reason why the two of them haven't finalized the divorce. Like, it's simple. Y'all go down, sign off on the shit. If you agree on this, you agree on that. If y'all ain't got no properties to split and y'all agreeing on what you want to pay in child support, whatever, because they do have a daughter. But bottom line is, it's not hard to get divorced if that's what you want to do. And if he's trying to move forward with you, he can't do that fully if he is still attached to her legally, right? So, if you think that's a whole flex to be out here running around here claiming a married man, baby, please go off. All right, please go all the way off. All right, so I think that was my last topic, but let me comb the streets, honey. I hope y'all enjoyed this tea tonight, because baby, listen, okay? I really hope y'all enjoyed the tea, because I said I can't go to bed on that tea. I could not go to bed on that tea. But hold on, let me comb the streets, honey, because it is so much going on, and I have kind of been a little disconnected being out of town. But baby, honey, in the famous words of TLC, baby. Let's see what's going on. What neighborhood? Neighborhood talk guy. Don't look like they got shit going on. Yeah, no. Yeah, we're probably gonna end it. Did you guys get to see Jennifer Hudson singing the national anthem? Beautiful, okay, flawless. She did all her hollering like she always do. So shout out to her for that. But she did a very good job. I think Whitney Houston would definitely be proud if she were here to hear how well she orchestrated the national anthem. So shout out to Jennifer Hudson for that. She did an awesome job. She looked great as well. So shout out to her for that. If I could play it here, I would play it for you guys. But I think we're gonna go ahead and end it. All right, so I can go ahead and get ready for my show in the morning and among other things. But yeah, yesterday tea was really good. Girl, I try to tell y'all. So yes, honey, that's some real tea right there. Girl, yes, she did a whole lot of hollering. She did. Y'all know Jennifer Hudson is gonna holler if she don't do nothing else when she's singing, but she sang down. I actually hit some high notes and all that. I was like, yes, honey. Y'all know she gonna always come through and sing down. So I was happy for that. Ferrell, she was really hollering. She was at this close to the end, like, I'm like, oh girl. Okay, she churchified that thing. I said, oh my God, I said, where my church fan at, honey? I had a fan child. I said, oh girl, I ain't go to church today, but baby, Jennifer took me to church kind of with the national anthem. I said, all right. So shout out to her on that. Okay, let me look at a couple comments before we get out of here. Okay. Valerie Relly said that Claressa is loony about Papoose. Papoose is using her. I think everybody can see that but her. She's so far up his ass child, she cannot climb down. Tam C says that she is a lost cause. All of that. Truth says that she is so dizzy and delusional. All of those. all of those. Yes, she is. Cloud chasing, she is. Thank you so much, Carla Van Zant. Lies More Lies said that she's only staying around because he brings attention that she's seeking for. Didn't I tell y'all the other day that we really wasn't checking for Claressa like that until she got Papoose, right? And his clout directly comes from Remy. So he brought his clout over from Remy and attached it to Claressa, and now people halfway give a fuck about her. And she is loving that. Like, she is loving that people are checking for her, and only because of Papoose. Like, girl. And he corny too. He's kind of corny too, low key. All right. And we high-key don't give a fuck about him either. But Valerie really said I keep my business to myself, as you should, right? The less you tell people, the less they know. Okay, some things are at a need to know basis, and you know. Nadia Bless said that Claressa needs to wake up. Child, she's been asleep and still sleep. All right. Lasmo Lai said that she's another one. Said, in my opinion, that's searching for fame and attention. She is. I don't think she realizes that she is like a she's a champion. She's a whole champion. She got several belts. I don't think it has connected or registered with her yet. That she is really a champion out here, but she still sees herself as, I don't know. Maybe she took too many punches to the head. She might have CTE too. I don't know, child. She might have a little taste of CTE going on. I said Claressa does not have it all, in my opinion. I mean, you said it. You said it. I don't want to call people slow, but yeah, she's like a crock pot unplugged out here. You know, ain't doing shit. Said I know, right? Night Bless said I know, right? Said I don't even watch the news. I just come on the camera show. Baby, I'm gonna have some news, okay? Excuse me. Got this fan on here. Baby, I'm gonna bring you some news. I'm gonna definitely bring you the tea. Believe that. Okay. I'm gonna try to have some good stuff for y'all tomorrow too. For Car Chronicles. Okay. We're back on our regularly scheduled program. So yes, y'all definitely keep your notifications on so you guys will know. Let's get a couple more comments, then we're gonna get out of here because it's 9 o'clock, child. Lasmer says that I believe that they tried the click last season too, and it didn't work for Shamil. Shamil want to be accepted so bad. And it's so sad. Like, may that type of action never find me. I don't be checking for nobody like that, right? If you like me, you do. If you don't, oh well, jingle bell. I'm just not about to be kissing nobody's ass and want to be a part of that bad. Shamil really wants to be a part of the clique really, really bad, right? I think she needs to just go home and be a wife and just do what she do. Like, I think she needs to take a season off and regroup because it's just not working for her. All right. So allegedly, this is when Lamar Odom started spiraling out when his child died of SID. Said very sad. Yeah, that's serious. But they did have a child to die at the said, we are so thankful for you, Real. You better than NBC, ABC, CNN. Baby, I try, okay? And all my TV reputable say I can go back and fact check that. I ain't even get up here making shit up. Said Caramel Colombo. That's me, baby. Y'all know it. Okay. But let's get out of here, guys. I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Thank you all. Keep commenting. I'll be responding accordingly, okay? Of course, thank you to my top flight mods for doing an awesome job. True TV Podcast, Rose Armstead, and Tiffany Thomas. Thank you all so much. Thank y'all for coming back and supporting the video. Over 200 and something was in the chat tonight. I appreciate it. Keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live tomorrow. Thank you to all the content creators in the bushes as well as in the chat. Thank you to all of my Caramelians. Thank you to everyone that joined this live and supported as well. Please like this video, hype up this video as well. Continue to comment. Check us out on the backup channel under Rails World. Check me out on all publications under Caramel Rail, okay? Until the next video, we're going to get on out of here, guys. And you guys have a wonderful night. All right. Bye.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions, each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Jada.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along.
Shout out to Jada. Shout out to Jada in the house. I'm just seeing that she's here on the rocks with Jada. Shout out to On the Rocks with Jada for stopping through and supporting. That's the homie, okay? I support her. I'll be over there in her chat as well, supporting her. So shout out to Jada, On the Rocks with Jada. Y'all go check her out. She be having some real dope stuff over there as well, okay? She be dropping tea as well. So y'all check out Jada. I rock with her. Shout out to her in the chat. Also, I saw Miss Lily Young. Thank you for being here. She's a content creator as well. If I've missed any other content creators, thank you all for being here as well. All right. Shout out to you all again. Shout out to On the Rocks with Jada. Shout out to you all. Let's get on out of here. I wanted to I'm scrolling and I happened to see. I said, let me go back on here and give that shout out. All right. But thank you guys. All right. Bye.
The song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man.